First of all, how nice was it to get the call to be right behind Bam and have the really first significant minutes of your young rookie career?
I mean, it felt great. I mean, I've been, putting in the work, trying to develop my body, develop my skills to be able to go out there and perform. So it felt great to have that opportunity.
On the offensive end, it looked like after a couple possessions, you really kind of settled in. To walk us through that process of just kind of getting locked in with the group.
I mean, I would say it's just more of, first time being out there like that and, just first time nerves. So once you get them out the way, I feel like for everybody, it's going to be better. So.
Felt like you were in the pocket, though, on the other end. Got your hands on some stuff.
Yeah, no, that's what I've been, focusing on more, defensively. Just trying to, be more active, go for more blocks, and, just be more of a presence on defense.
What has been most encouraging in this process as you're developing and learning at this next level?
Just been able to watch. Just being able to watch everything and see how everything is, becoming and, how I can, be in effect on things. So, mainly just watching it and just seeing everything I can watch. So.
It has to be satisfying knowing how challenging it is to break through with the philosophy of the coaching staff led by Spo. Make me watch you and then make me play you. And you've done those two things. How satisfying is that?
I mean, it's just like you said, it's satisfying. Just for it to, I guess you could say it's more of a dream come true. I guess you could say that, because you work, you put in the work, for them to watch you do that and to finally be on that stage and to be able to perform and at your best. I feel like that's always good to do.
While you're doing this as an individual, there's still three really solid vets in your group. I imagine the impact of Bam and TB and Kevin helped this along.
Yeah, no, of course. I'm always talking to TB, talking to Bam, talking to K-Love, just trying to learn from them and learn as much as I can.
H, just your thought on the opportunity you got, particularly in the second half when you came out and you were with the first five.
Just wanted to the opportunity I got, I'm fortunate to have the opportunity. Spo is trusting me, so I appreciate that. Just wanted to come out there, bring some energy, bring some effort, and, really try to inspire in that second half.
Most humans don't have to deal with Kevin Durant. And being a human that does, can you walk us through the ups and downs you may have when you have really a great opportunity, great position, and he can just continue to contribute?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. He's probably one of the best scorers ever played this game. I just try to make it difficult as possible for him, be physical with him, and sometimes he's going to win some of those battles. He's 7 feet tall, can shoot from anywhere on the floor, and he's a hell of a player. So, I just got to keep doing what I'm doing, make it hard for him, and just, that's all I can do.
You made it hard for all of them on the other end of the floor. How nice was it flowing offensively the way that you did?
No, it was nice for sure. Obviously I haven't been in a rotation lately, so, Spo trusted me today, and I just wanted to make an impact any way I could. My shots were falling today, but next game it might not be, so I just got to keep playing, keep building off of that, and keep playing with the confidence I played with today.
Second close game in adjacent games for you all, but I know you guys aren't moral victory people, but what are the positives that you're taking away from being in the fight?
Yeah, I mean, we don't really do the moral victories. We want to get the real one, but I think we could just look at stretches of the game we played consistently good. We had a lead and playing good basketball on both ends of the floor. You just got to just try to make that more consistent and keep building off of that.
Take us through just the last set on the inbound and how it maybe even the pass led you a little bit on the cut and you're trying to pull back.
I should have just pulled back and shot it. We kind of knew what was going to go on, and my turnover. I got to shoot that one.
The feeling of, though, being in that fight the whole time. I know you had that 15-point lead in the middle of the third, and you guys overcome the third quarter stuff, and then you're just in a fight with a really offensive power squad. Just your view of how it all came down to the end.
I mean, I think we did all that we can do. You play great defense, but great offense is going to beat that every time. And they got some hellified players over there, definitely some hellified scorers. We came up short.
Second game in a row that it's nip and tuck at the end. Are you taking some positives from it? I know you just want to win, but
I mean, yeah. We're in these games. We just got to figure out a way to close these games. We got to figure out a way to hold our leads. But we're doing a lot of good things, and we just have these lapses, and they go against us at the wrong time, and it cost us a loss.
What do you feel like H brought to that lineup in the second half?
I mean, he was guarding. K hit some tough shots, and then he was also being aggressive, making shots, making the right play, putting the ball on the floor, passing the ball. The more confidence he plays with, the more it's going to look better for everybody.
This just watching him get his first real minutes tonight. How do you feel like he impacted the game?
I think he did great. Jumping up there, contesting shots, rebounding. Made a three, made a little hook. The more he plays too, the more reps that he gets, the more comfortable he's going to get. He's going to be able to pick his spots a lot better on the floor. That only comes with times and reps. So he's got a lot of time to get better at that.
What were some of the issues you saw late in the third, early in the fourth on offense that allowed them to cut into the lead?
Winning the shots, turn the ball over, all of the good stuff, the stuff that has been happening for the last few games. But we'll be right.
And another big game for Tyler. What have you seen from him early in the season?
Aggressive, making shots, making the right plays, and doing what he does best, put the ball in the basket. We want him to keep doing that. And everybody else got to catch up to him. Everybody else got to stay aggressive, put that ball in that basket, and then we're going to turn around and win some games.
Thanks, sir. Tyler, first of all, just walk us through how efficient offensively you are right now, and the selection just feels like you can get it from wherever you want right there.
Just playing the right way, trying to find my spots, getting to the shot profile. That'll help the offense. Hopefully, continue to get better, and that's about it right now.
What did you notice most, particularly as you were going out in the third? I think it was like the 6:01 mark. You guys are up 15, and it starts to dwindle away through that period. I know you probably want to get back on the floor in those modes, but what was most challenging for the crew that was out there?
I think just getting stagnant on offense and then finding different ways we need to find different ways to generate, just good looks, but I think just being harder to guard. And then, they were able to get stops, which led to transition buckets, different things on the other end that caused problems for us. And then the lead was quickly cut to 1 or 2, and then from there it was a tight game, and really throughout the whole fourth quarter it was back and forth until, about a minute left.
You used to have opportunity, obviously, on that last possession on the inbound. What created some of the challenges of getting to everything maybe that you all wanted?
Nothing really. I feel like, it's tough to create a three in that situation when there's 3 seconds left and you need a three. They're going to run you off the line and make sure you don't get a three off, and they did that. So, hats off to them. But honestly, I don't think we even should have been in that situation. Having the lead like that in the third again, we got to figure out ways to be able to control the game, take care of it, and ultimately be able to get it from 15 to 20 and kind of put them away at that point. It can't go from 15 to 1 that quick, and then we're into another battle.
Obviously, Nico and H have different skill sets. What do you feel like the insertion of H brought to that group to start the second half?
Just energy and effort, being able to guard. We needed someone to guard KD. Obviously, KD was in a great rhythm. He's been in a great rhythm all year. And, it's tough when you got, a guy like Kevin Durant that you have to guard, and then a guy like Devin Booker who hurts you too. So it's a great team they have, and we were right there. Just got to continue to get better.
You said the shot profile that helps the offense. What are the kind of shots you feel like need to be taken to help the team?
Threes and layups.
Going into it, what did you want from it?
It was going to be tough, just tried to create a little bit of movement. Terry was able to break free, and then was guarding Jimmy on the inbound, just jumped him, right from there. So the only play would be Terry to Jimmy, probably for that three right there. But we put ourselves in that situation when we were down 3. We had plays to make going down the stretch, and they were able to make more of them. That was a tough pick and roll that we were trying to figure out how to guard, switching, staying through, whatever. It just seemed like Durant was able to manipulate it however he wanted to, like he's been able to do throughout the course of his career.
Speaking of Kevin Durant, that jumper he made over Haywood, 20 seconds on the clock to put him up by 3 or 4. Can you defend any better? Or is that enough?
On that one, no. No, you can't. He's at 18 feet. He's just getting to his spot. He's we know this. He's one of the greatest scorers of all time. So we tried to run guys at him. It's tough to get to him, at that spot. You just have to somehow make I think there were some other possessions. That one, I don't think there was a whole lot you could do. There were some other possessions before that, it felt like we could have had a little bit more of an impact. And it would have required that every other play we would have had to make, so it just doesn't end up with live or die with Kevin Durant making a shot, in his comfort zone.
Yeah, another big game from Tyler. It hasn't just been the production, but he's been really efficient. That's been a trend throughout the season. What are you seeing from him on the offensive end?
He's been really focused on that, committed to being efficient. His profile has been great. He's got great confidence, but the last couple of years, his game has really grown, and now it's just taking that next step of efficiency, reading defenses, and making the right play over and over and over.
And Bam going 5 for 21. It's not something you don't see from him very often. What do you think about just the shots he was getting?
Yeah, his shots were great. Those were all in the wheelhouse. Inside the dots. We had a bunch of point blank shots. It's going to happen, but he still had an incredible impact. He had 5 steals, 12 on the glass. That's what it's about ultimately, is competing to try to win a game, regardless of whether you're making shots or not. And, he had that mental toughness to be able to do that.
What went into the decision to start Haywood there in the second half? What you like about what he gave you those minutes?
I wanted just to keep Bam on Nurkic, keep him comfortable under the rim. And H had given us good minutes in that first half, and we're looking to do something just to change the energy of these third quarters. It had nothing to do with Nico. It was more about kind of their lineup and how they can get you scrambling. And so the first 8 minutes of the third quarter, I thought were really good, really good. We got up 15 and played some really good basketball and did things, with more energy than we have been doing in these third quarters. But they made a big-time run in those last 3 minutes. That was unfortunate.
It's more matchup-based than something that might stick moving forward.
I'm not even thinking about that right now. It's like, look, this is quarter to quarter, game to game. Nothing is in concrete, where we are right now.
Well, how about those 14 minutes for Ware? Just your thoughts about getting him right behind Ben?
Yeah, I thought as the game went on, he got more comfortable. The way they, do things, we felt like he could present some challenges for them at the rim, and he's been really progressing quickly, behind the scenes, and he's kept himself ready, and I thought his minutes were very good. Those were encouraging.
Another nice scoring night for Tyler. I think it's the second time this year you've had that from him, but it hasn't connected into a W. But what do you like about
the efficiency is winning basketball for sure. He's a weapon. Now he's reading the game, reading defenses, and he's, just making a lot of really good decisions, off the ball, with the ball. He's a tough guard right now.
And obviously with Bam, you expect more of those shots to go down, but do you think it's important to see him, pick up that aggression and having more of those shot attempts, just making sure he can be that guy on offense to
Yeah, we're not. That's elementary. We know he is, and a lot of these were like there was an anomaly. He had like 3 or 4 sometimes in one possession. All makeable shots, and that's just sometimes the breaks of the game. And then you have to have the fortitude to impact it in other ways, which he did defensively on the glass, the 5 steals, like I said, anchoring our defense, 6 assists, making a bunch of plays, and that's what winners do.
And how big also were some of those offensive rebounds you guys were grabbing down the stretch?
Yeah, Bam had 5 or 6 of them. Jimmy had a handful, and Highsmith's, those were really impactful. Just keep us in the game and give us those relief points. Both teams were really defending hard. It wasn't easy just to generate a breakdown, lack of communication, gift basket going either way. They were creating an action where somehow would end up in Durant's hands right in the middle of the floor, and we were able to create some actions, but those second chance opportunities were important.
Back to that last one, last question for me. That back to the last set you had on the inbound. Was there anything special that the Suns did defensively to make that a little more hectic?
No, I mean, these kind of plays at the end of the game, it's tough to generate a wide open look. You're going to have to make some kind of play. I thought the triggers were executed right, and then they ran off the inbound, kind of play that Jimmy makes defensively quite a bit. I think the only play at that point would have been for him to shoot the three. And Terry, there's just a little bit of a zig and zag, and then we ended up running out of time. But we'll be better with that. Thank you.